Our last piece is entitled Edelweiss. I'm sure all of you know it. We may ask if you'll sing along at the end. Once we finish the song, I think we're going to repeat the end. That's what we'll do, and everybody can experience the joy of singing together as a large group. Edelweiss is a German piece. The music is by Richard Rogers, and the lyrics are by Oscar Hammerstein. And the name Edelweiss, so Edel means noble and Weiss means white, and it was written about a very beautiful flower that grows in the rocky parts of Europe. And the flower is this beautiful fuzzy white flower, and it's known for its resilience, and so that's what we're singing about tonight. Keep on trying. Life can get you down, but keep trying. Take one step and put it in front of the other, and gain courage from moving forward and from each other in community. So here we are singing Edelweiss. Thank you so much. We're going to invite you to sing that with us, just the very last verse. Just stay seated at your tables, but please sing with us. So measure 88. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. And I want to say thank you to our accompanist, Kaori. Thank you so much, Kaori. Can we give her a hand? Beautiful playing. And thank you, girls. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you again to the Peace Region Girls Choir. So we're going to move our program right along. We're heading for supper. Supper is like any household. It's a very special thing that we did at Camp Wapiti. And when I was the assistant director, we used to do things like monk meals. We would do things like we'd put pieces of rope and we'd make everyone at the table kind of eat hand in hand and have, they'd have to go through the lineup together, get their plates. And one time when I was the assistant director, like before the camp started, I was walking through the hardware store and I found one of those big things of saran wrap that was like for pallets. And I was like, well, I can do something with this. So I decided to take that rope meal to the next level. And before everyone went in, I would shrink wrap them in some various way. And my buddy reminded me of this, Ian Penner. He was telling me about how when he was a junior counselor, I shrink wrapped him to his future wife. I didn't know that this was going to happen for sure. And apparently her boyfriend at the time was furious. But if he had told me that he was dating her, I probably wouldn't have done it. He had a counselor, or one of the cooks later told him that she was sure that those two were destined to get married. So I guess someone could see it coming. My favorite one that I did, though, was to Devin Reichelt. I shrink wrapped one of his arms to a camper and one of his arms to another camper. And I don't think he ate anything that entire meal. So anyways, I'm going to invite Bob Scott up to come and pray for our meal. And we'll also have the Ukrainians singing for us over supper, the Ukrainian church. And again, feel free to go and look at our silent auction items. You don't need to get up and go for supper. The youth group is serving us tonight. So when it comes, it comes. Over to you, Bob.
Thanks. All right, let's pray. Dear Lord, I thank you so much for this camp and for all that you've done, Lord, that you've kept it going and you've kept it in our hearts for so many years, Lord. And we just, tonight, we just ask that you bless this food to our body's use, Lord, and us to your service. In Jesus' name, amen. Right.
Somebody take me away. Won't somebody fly me away? Won't my dragon fly me away? Fly me away.
Namarito.
Though you try me, yet I will trust you. Yet I will worship you through trials and grief. Though you try me, yet I will trust you. Yet I will praise you in weakness and strength. Abba, Father, I'm tired of this battle. I want to rest in your hands in heaven realms. Abba, Father, your kingdom come, your will be done as in heaven and on this earth and in my life. Though I fall down, you're still beside me, and you still love me. Lord, how can this be? That I fail you, you still show mercy. Lord, I can't fathom why you love me. Abba, Father, I'm tired of this battle. I want to rest in your hands in heaven realms. Abba, Father, your kingdom come, your will be done as in heaven and on this earth and in my life. Lord, your mercy is great, your grace is sufficient in our weakness. Lord, you said that your power is made perfect where we are weak. Abba, Father, I'm tired of this battle. I want to rest in your hands in heaven realms. Abba, Father, your kingdom come, your will be done as in heaven and on this earth and in my life.
Не знаю, він якщо що... Надо Матвійчука. Не делать. Як мелодія там? А що після цього, ребят? А що після цього? Я впевнений.
Ladies and Caleb. Hello. Hello. Can we get a thank you for the Ukrainian church? All right. So I just wanted to throw that thanks out there. A quick reminder about our silent auction. It goes till 6:45, so we'd love if you could come take a look. 6:45, silent auction, all that stuff's over there. We'll have that live auction, just about 5 or 6 items. Cool stuff. And that we'll get going with our speaking program in about 15 minutes. Thanks.
Hello? Hello. We hope you're enjoying your food. And as you're wrapping up your food, you're eating, some of you are just starting, there is a fine, handsome-looking gentleman there who's going around with a gravy boat. So if you still haven't finished your potatoes and you want a little more gravy, just raise your hand, give a little wave, and he'll look your direction. So.
that we live in. Won't somebody take me away? Won't somebody fly me away? Won't my dragon fly me away? Fly me away. Fly me away.
3 minutes remain on our silent auction. Minutes remain on our silent auction. The final minute on our silent auction. That's online, so. Fair. You need someone like every single thing, like with stopwatches. Our auction ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. All right. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We're going to move on with our program. If you wanted to return to your seats or find somewhere comfortable, whatever works for you. Hello? Yeah. I'm going to invite our chairman of the Camp Wapiti board to come up, Jeremy Landon, and he'll give you a little speech. You're off the step there.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our annual fundraiser. Thank you all for joining us. How's everything been so far? I want to make sure that we say some thank yous first. We had Sarah Penner providing our prelude. Thank you, Sarah, for tonight. We had our friends from the Ukrainian church come and serenade us while supper was going. How was that? That's a really unique partnership that McLaurin Baptist Church has with our Ukrainian congregation friends. And we're so glad that they could join us. Also, we've had the Peace Region Girls Choir. How were they? So they sang, of course, and they've been the ones serving you tonight and making sure that everything is in tip-top shape for you. And of course, tonight we also have the Tuesday night jazz band coming up. I'd also like to make sure that we mention our Camp Wapiti board. We've got a number of individuals who work really hard through the year to make sure that events like this go off without a hitch, and to make sure that our program and our camp functions as well as it can through the year. So we've got Lisa Landis, we have Garrett and Karen Stiles, Ken and Alicia Gustafson, Danica Ladwig, Abby Cron, and of course our MC for tonight, the host with the most, Mr. Clint Peugeot. Thank you all for your hard work, and thank you all for all of the effort that you put in through the year. I want to make sure, thank you. I also want to make sure and mention Mr. Rick Harder. He's going to come and do some live auctioning here tonight. So thank you, Rick, for your time and your contribution. Camp Wapiti is truly a community effort. It all started 60 years ago with the people of McLaurin Baptist wanting to make a significant difference in the lives of children and youth during the summers and teaching them about the love of God and what it would mean to connect with God in nature. Since those early days, we also enjoy a strong partnership with the Webster Community Church north of Sexsmith, which provides numerous volunteers and resources for our operations in the year. And we regularly have staff and volunteer involvement from just about every other church in the Grand Prairie area. Every summer, it takes about a dozen paid staff, over 100 individual volunteers, and the countless community members who do things like bake all of the cookies for Mugs Up, and provide all of the things like bread and donations of meat, donations of vegetables, everything that we would need in the summer to make camp a special place for kids. And all of this comes together in the community of camp so that we can make memories for literally thousands of kids over the years. Camp Wapiti has influenced children and youth who are now grown adults with families of their own. And some of those families have had their own families. Every summer now we get to see grandparents coming into the craft shack and pointing out where their name is painted on the wall of the craft shack to their grandchildren, and passing down that impact of camp from generation to generation. Some campers have grown up to be business leaders in our community and beyond. Some are now police officers, lawyers, truck drivers, home builders, engineers, doctors, nurses, pastors, missionaries, educators. The list goes on and on and on. And this wonderful influence happens because there are dedicated people who walk with our camper friends and share with them what God's love and friendship are like. And you, friends, every single one of you is walking alongside of those campers tonight. So I want to make a special mention of you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for being here tonight. This past summer, our team taught about the Bible story of the Emmaus Road. At camp, we have the Emmaus Trail, and it's a prayer trail that goes all the way around and through camp and gives us a chance to consider the good things that God does for us and the gifts that He gives us in creation. Well, we used the Bible story of that Emmaus Road, where there are two friends walking down it and talking about the world-changing events that God was in the midst of at that time. Two friends just walking down the road from one place to another, and at camp, we tend to be like those two friends. We do a lot of walking at camp. We walk to the craft shack, and we walk to the sand swing. We walk to the teepee. We walk over to the sand cliffs and to the river. We walk to the nature hut and even to the upper campfire where we have special times of worship. We go on hikes and rambles, we look for berries, we see wildlife, and we find all kinds of new things that amaze and inspire us through each day. We walk with our camper friends and we share. We share about the wonderful things that God is teaching us. Each day has a lesson, and while we walk with our camper friends, we share about how God is teaching us, how God is loving us, how He's making new things in and around us. We talk about how special God's friendship is and how God wants each of us to be a special friend of his too. Well, in that Bible story, there are two friends walking, and they're talking about all of the things that God had recently done. And then something amazing happens. Well, Jesus showed up and walked with them. And he taught them all of the things that were going on, and he explained to them while their hearts were burning within them because of the way his presence opened up the lessons and the Spirit of God to them. That happens every day at camp too. While we walk and we talk about God every day, he joins in on the conversations and the special things that are happening. One day it might happen while a director gets kidnapped and tied to a tree by a cabin of rabid 10-year-old girls. Where that director might get forced to be dressed up and given a freshly painted set of fingernails. Or it might happen while a cabin of boys comes across a deer, or a family of squirrels, or an owl, while they're running through the woods practicing their ninja skills and looking for that stick that is just right for the eat with a stick meal that night at the dining hall. It happens on the nights that cabins walk quietly, each finding their own unique way up the hill from their cabin to the upper campfire, taking the time to see and to smell the tiger lilies and the crocuses along the way. God joins in and talks to our campers in all of those moments, and he tells them just how special they are to him and just how big the wonderful plans that he has for each and every single one of them really are. And friends, if you ever get the chance to come and walk with our campers, please do. We want you all to experience it because it is special walking with a camper friend and walking with them from place to place and taking that opportunity to just share with them about what God is doing in your life. This summer alone, we heard stories about children who came to camp lonely and came home with a list of friends. Campers who came uncertain about what camp was going to be like, and now it's their favorite place to be in the whole world. Some of these campers will grow up like some others do that eventually come back and join us as volunteers, making a wonderful camp experience for other kids. Sometimes they even do it the next week. Some will come back and they'll join our staff, maybe as a nurse or as a cabin leader, and they'll walk with campers during a week of camp. Some will grow up and join us as camp directors, even helping to organize the summer schedule and gather all of the supplies needed to ensure that every camper gets to choose the adventure that they want to go on. And friends, this is a choose your own adventure camp. We don't tell them what to do. They choose it, they make up the program, and it's a wonderful thing to be a part of a group of kids who are just excited to do what they want to do with their summer, and they get to experience God in the midst of that. We hope they all grow up and join the community of Camp Wapiti like all of you, celebrating and making more and more special memories with the gift of your contributions here tonight. Tonight we're going to ask you to help us reach our goal of raising $25,000. This is important work that we're doing, and we're so glad that you joined us tonight to raise funds for next summer's program. Let me say that again. We're raising money for next summer. I have the fortune of being able to say things like this. Camp for the season of 2025 is completely paid for. This is a hallelujah moment. It's a wonderful thing. And at Camp Wapiti, we don't raise for the year that just happened. We're raising for next year. This is a tradition that we get to carry on year after year. And that $25,000 that we raise next year is going to help us to do some really big things. I'd like to share something new that we've started, just starting this fall. At the end of the summer, the camp hired a camp and community connector to help us in the fall months. Right now, that person is Abby. Abby, give everybody a wave. Abby works with us. Abby works with us part-time, 20 hours a week, and her job is to just connect with all of the camp and the community around the camp right now. So far, she has connected with about 80% of the campers from last summer and offered to connect them with a church or a youth program or some other service that their family could benefit from. So far this year alone, we've been able to connect with at least 7 new families with the programming here at McLaurin Baptist Church, programs like Awana and the Friday Night Youth Program. 7 new families that otherwise, without making that connection, would never set foot in the door of a church. Sounds like it's been pretty successful to me so far. The work will continue until Christmas, and we're hoping to have a measure of community connecting work that carries on through the spring months as well, leading right into the preparation for camp next year. Raising $25,000 tonight will help us to continue that investment, not just in camp, but in the larger community around camp that we're a part of, helping families to connect with Christian churches and child and youth programs, and building bridges with other community services so that when families are looking to make a spiritual connection with somebody, we're there ready and waiting to make a warm connection with them. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing to give to the families of the community that are around us, the families of the camper, a warm hand and a smiling face to connect with when they're ready to make that step and explore what their spiritual life starts to look like. So I hope you opened your wallets tonight for the silent auction items. I'll get the list in just a couple of moments here, I'm sure. We'll read out the names of the winners. And I hope the items for the live auction, you'll open your wallets even wider. If by chance you didn't win a bid, we're ready for that too. Every table has envelopes ready to go for you. If you'd like to put in a check, please make it out to McLaurin Baptist Church. That just helps us to do our paperwork a little smoother at the end of the year. If you need to give digitally, we have a debit machine ready to go, and we can make sure that everybody here gets a receipt for the gifts that they make. I hope you'll consider giving what you can tonight and continuing to contribute to the important work that we have ahead of us. I thank God for all of you, and I thank God for the wonderful privilege of walking with our camper friends. We had over 350 campers at camp this summer. We had over 380 registered and ready to go. And next summer, I'm hoping that we can reach even more campers so that we can keep building on this excellent work that God has given us here. Thank you for the privilege of walking with our camper friends as we connect with God and nature. Friends, thank you.
Leave it up. All right. Let's move on to our auction second. Before I announce the winners, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, I really enjoy that we do these auctions. When every summer I was out at camp, we had an auction. The auctions would be based on points for cleaning your cabin, doing stuff with your cabin, and especially key was memory verses. Memory verses got you a lot of points. I was also terrible at memory verses. When I got to assistant direct, I got rather bold one time with the auction prizes, and I sold off the right to pie me in the face. And feeling rather bold and confident about it, it was April Fogel and her cabin bought the right to pie me in the face. And so when she got up in front of the camp to pie me in the face, I confidently opened my mouth wide and went, ah, and she slammed that thing right back. And it was in that moment I found out that it was not a whipped cream pie. Now, mayonnaise is not that extreme unless you are expecting whipped cream. I have never had a worse reaction to mayonnaise in my life. I had to run out of I yelled, "That's not whipped cream." And then I booked it out of the camp to go and just gag a little bit. And that is one of the times that I got at camp. So that's an auction story for you. Let's rip through our winners on our silent auction, and then we will have our guests come up. The quilt, the blue one. The winner is Ron Bartek at $255. The leather reins to Dalen Landis at $20. And a name you're going to hear a few times for the hat, Adele Marie Diffie, $20. The silver earrings and keychain to Adele. The coaster to Scott Blake for 60. 96 private label beer and 2 glasses, Alicia Gustafson at 210. Our handmade knife set, Abby Cron, 600. The painting, number 8, Tara Ma at 150. The paintings, number 9, Abby Cron at 40. Our first charcuterie board, Adele Marie, 25. Number 11, charcuterie board, Scott Blake, 35. Number 12, charcuterie board and coaster, Joyce Beliski, 70. And the wall tent, Bob Scott at 110. Our honey gift basket, Tam Smith at 250. The gift certificate to the salon, Sarah Penner, 150. And our salon gift basket, Adele, for 50. Thank you so much for supporting our silent auction. We will now move on to our live auction. We have a live auctioneer. Well, I've heard him at least once now. Rick Harder, would you please come up? I think we'll do... Is this one on? Yes, please, Caleb.
Hello. I don't think anybody wants to listen to me.
No, we do.
Hello. There we go. Don't you think it's brilliant that they don't serve dessert till after the auction with the desserts? I think it's a pretty smart move. So I got one little camp story I'd like to share with you. Not about Camp Wapiti, because I haven't lived here that long. We were up in High Level, and there was a camp close to our church. Kind of supported it. And I was working on an Indian reserve, and I talked to the housing manager, and he said, I went to that camp when I was a kid. I said, oh, you must know the director. And I give him the name. He said, no, I don't think so. Oh, you must know this person. No, I don't think so. Like, I went through all the names I knew who was connected with him. And he said, I know Big Chris. Well, I knew Big Chris. Big Chris volunteered in maintenance. Big Chris was very overweight, very slow, probably mentally pretty slow. And I thought, oh man, that's the guy he remembers. And he said, you know what? I wish I had a heart like Chris. If everybody had a heart like Chris, I don't think we'd have any problems in our world. And it just made me realize that different people connect with different people. And anybody who volunteers and works at camp, God can use you to connect with a certain person. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So. Okay, so we have a couple of auctions to item. What's our first auction? Where's my Vanna White?
I am your Vanna White.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wheel this out, Jeremy. Jeremy's more Vanna. He's the one who's actually touching stuff. I'm the guy in The Price is Right who says, come on down. All right. Our first auction item tonight is this lovely quilt, which is designed to invoke the Camp Wapiti logo. It is lovely. This is I'm just going to read you exactly what it says. This quilt is a true group project, from the initial idea of the camp logo to a vision of how to turn that into a quilt. From 4 different people making blocks in each colorway, to another one assembling blocks and quilting it, to another to do the binding. Even the border and binding was selected by committee. Most fabrics were donated from our stashes. The backing was donated from a friend of a friend. The original owner was a GP girl who became a missionary to Africa. The batting was supplied by Sunrise Rotary. I don't know the word batting, but I assume that's correct. Which reminds me, the Blue Jays are playing. What symbolism do you see? Do you see sand and sky, the fish symbol, The camp logo, can you appreciate the dark red at the bottom representing the darkness of the ground under our feet? I see windswept skies and tree boughs swaying. I see the divots of children's footsteps in the sand. Others have said they see the four seasons. What do you see? The care instructions are provided on here as well. With that, I'll give it over to Rick.
Thank you. Okay, on the quilt there, let's start along $500 anywhere. 500 bid of 555, make it 500. Will you bid 200 to start? 200 anywhere. $100, $100, 100 bid 102. Now 200 anywhere. Make it 2. I got 102. Now 2. Now 3. I need 3. 300 anywhere. Bid 3. I'm bid 2 here. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, and 3. Now 3. Bid 3. 2.5 and 3. I need 3 and 3.5. 3.5. 350. $350. Anybody 350? 350 and 4. Now 4. Bid 400. I'm bid 350 here. Now 4. 400. Bid 400. Bid 400 and 4.5. 450. 4.5. 4.5 and 5. 500. 555. Bid 5. I'm bid 4.5 and 5. Now 555. Bid 500. Bid 5. Anybody bid 5? 500. I'm bid 4.5 and 5. Now 5. Anywhere make 5. 475. 475 and 5 and 5. You almost had it. 500.
5.
You almost had it. 525. 525. 5 1/4 anywhere. Bid 25. 25 anywhere. 525. 525. Anybody bid 525? I'm bid 500. Make it 525. Going once. Going twice. It's sold for $500. Thank you.
I could have read the note to myself. Jeremy says it's 1-1 in the fourth for baseball.
Don't spoil it for anybody.
Oh, if you're the kind of person who doesn't like knowing live, I apologize. I think we'll do some of these desserts, and there are desserts coming, but we want to give you the chance at some other desserts. We will start up with our brownie cookie with cream cheese frosting.
Awesome. That sounds good. And if anybody buys it and there's room, extra chair at your table, I'll be available after. So. On the plate of cookies there, start them long, $100, 100 to start, 102, now 222, I'm bid 12, now 200, make it 2, 1.5, 150, 150. Oh, I got 150 there, 200, 200 and 225, 225 and 250, 250, I'm bid 225 and 50, now 75, 275, 3, I need 300 anywhere, bid 300, 3 in the back, 325, 350. 350 and 75, 375, I'm bid 350, 75 and 4, now 4, bid 400 anywhere, I'm bid 375 in the back, 4, now 4 1/4, 425, 425, 4 1/4, 4 1/4, 425, anywhere bid 425, 400 bid here, 425, 425, that's not per cookie, that's for the whole plate. One more time, 425, going once, going twice. Sold for $400 right in the front here. So.
Next up, we will be supplying the carrot cake bites with cream cheese frosting.
Ooh, carrot cake. I like it. Look at this one. I don't know. Do you think it's... Should I try it just to see if it's worth selling? Or? Okay. On the muffins here, start them on $100 here. 100 anywhere, bid 100 anywhere, make it $100 to start, $150 to start. 50 and 100 and 100 and 150, 1.5. I'm bid 100 here, 1.5, bid 150, and now 2, bid 2 anywhere, bid 2, 200 and 1.5 and 2, now 2, bid 200, 175, 175, bid 175, I'm bid 1.5 and 75, 175, I'm bid 150 and 75, one more time at 75 and 2. And 200, 175, 200, 225, 225, 2 1/4, 225, and 50, 250. You were that close, and you're at my table. I really want you to get them. 250 and 75, 275, and you were a bit 75. I was kidding. I don't want her to get them. 275, 275, and you were a bit 75. I'm bid 250, 75. Going once, going twice. They're sold for 250. To my table.
All right, we're going to bounce back with another plate of brownie cookie with cream cheese frosting.
Oh. Okay, another plate of cookies, $500. Is it where did we stop last time? We should start where we stopped, right? So, okay, 200 to start. 200 anywhere, bid 2, 2, and 3. Now 3, 3, 3, bid 300, bid 3, 3, 3, 2.5, and 3, and 3, and 3. 275, 275, 250. 275. I get 250 back, 75 anywhere but 75. 75 and 3. Now 3, 3, 3, bid 300, bid 300. 325, 325. I get 300 in the back, 25. 325, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter anywhere bid 3 and a quarter. Elijah, you're out. You're not getting any cookies. 325, $325. 300. How about 310? 310. 310. You'll go 310. 320. 320. 320. 320 and 30. Now 30, 30. It's only another $10. 30. 330. 330. 330. $10. What's $10? 330 anywhere bid 330 and bid 320 and 30. Now 30. We have to pause. He's getting financial advice there.